Nate, Drew, hey, congratulations on your new film, Treasure Trackers.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So tell us where the original idea came from for this film.
Harris Kaufman wrote it. So he's with Storyboard Entertainment, and he worked on it for a long time before they found us. So it had been in development for like 20 years. I think Paul, one of the producers, originally purchased it from his like orthodontist friend or something like this. So it's just been around and they developed it.
Yeah, there were a lot of iterations to the story, and then eventually they reached out to us because they saw one of our short films online, and they sent us the script. We read it and pitched it to direct it. The rest is history.
So how did you want to approach a film like this? It's such a fun family friendly film. I mean, it's almost like, like the Goonies in its own way.
Yeah, the thing about it is this kind of movie it's not just for us another day at the office. This is the kind of movie that we really love. Like, we loved these movies as kids, and I think we're all still kids at heart and still love these movies. And both Nate and I are dads as well. So it's kind of cool to be able to make movies that our own kids can see. And our approach was to just try to keep that same spirit of magic alive in the film, and to not approach it with any kind of cynicism, but with an earnestness and an authenticity. And another thing that we really wanted to emphasize was the score. So from the very beginning, we wanted to have an authentic, big score in the vein of John Williams scores from the 70s, 80s, 90s, movies like E.T. and Jurassic Park. And we brought our composer, Robin Hoffman, from our short film Hero on board. And we actually were developing the musical themes even in pre-production with him. So, and by the way, towards the end of the interview, we'd like to bring Robin in. He's sitting right here to talk about the score a little bit more.
Sure, go ahead.
Oh, sure.
Robin.
Like, well, the score was the biggest piece. When we made Hero, which is why they asked us to direct this movie, it was just a short film. And we put like the whole budget into getting music done, because for this genre, this like family adventure film genre, you can go back to the 90s with movies like Homeward Bound or Angels in the Outfield. Any of these kind of kids movies, they had big scores. And so we wanted to make sure that we did that. And Robin, this is Robin, is really a talented composer. I mean, other composers are going to him to get help with their scores because he's so technical and skilled at what he does. So he's a rare gift, and I think you're going to be hearing a lot about him over the course.
So Robin, tell us about the approach and what instruments you wanted to basically showcase for Treasure Trackers.
Yeah, so basically the approach was to go for this classic Hollywood score, like big orchestra, big themes, big orchestration, lots of colors. That was the target, to just have something that really creates this this feeling of nostalgia for these movies. And due to the fact that it's of course also a Halloween movie, I wanted to bring in some more sinister colors. So for example, I had a very specific instrument, a contrabass clarinet, which is not just a clarinet, but it's a really large version of the contrabass clarinet. And it creates this really sinister kind of Halloween-y sound. And I wanted to prominently feature that in the score. So I brought in this particular instrument. It's actually quite rare to get such an instrument, because the instrument itself is relatively rare, and also players who play it is relatively rare. So we needed to scout around a bit to actually find a player to play this instrument. But it has this really sinister kind of Halloween-y quality that really helped to elevate the score in this vein as well. And we wanted to go really with classical adventure themes that go on. Like, we have a central main theme that really has this kind of adventurous quality, and then we have some sentimental themes that kind of portray more of the homesickness of the lead character, and then we have some themes and motives that show more of the sinister side of what's going on, like the mysterious things. and also like the antagonist group of kids. So we have like several musical elements that all interweave into each other and all kind of play with each other. And I wanted to kind of recreate the story arc with the music, but also add another layer with the music. For example, there's this theme that at the beginning of the movie, it shows Leah's homesickness for her origins. And this theme over the course of the movie transforms into the new home theme, basically. So at first I attach it to her homesickness, but at the end of the movie, it is attached to her new friends that she found, and it's attached to her new home that she found. And so we had a lot of discussions about these things beforehand and how we're gonna sketch this out. And I think it worked really well because we also had this great opportunity to just record a 90-piece orchestra, which is absolutely unusual for a movie like that. And it was so much fun, and the musicians had so much fun, and it really turned out really, I'm really happy with how this all turned out.
He even brought the CD for us.
Oh, wow.
So cool.
I mean, for a movie this size,
Yeah.
he's right. A movie this size, you're not getting a live orchestra. And we just knew we were literally figuring out ways in production to cut costs in other areas so that we could get the score, because it's that important. And I think Drew and I have talked about this a lot, that every movie at its core is a musical.
Mhm.
You know, it's playing with the music. The images should play with the music. And so that's important to us. And you can see how fun collaborate. You know?
Yeah.
Wow, I never realized how you guys turn such a it's almost like you just turn an independent feature into a big budget with along with the music, with the scenes, and you guys done wonderfully with the young cast. So thank you very much for carrying this conversation with us about Treasure Trackers.
Absolutely. Thank you.